I'm about to make a journey, a couple of 100 kilometers to Bodo. I've got very well acquainted to the reindeer, but there's another animal-related activity I'm interested in trying whilst I'm here in Norway. Dog sledding. So it's time to tick that off the bucket list. When you're on a journey as long as the one that I'm on right now, it's important to pack with you, your creature comforts, the things that are going to cheer you up when you start to feel homesick. But there's one thing that I couldn't pack, unfortunately, and that's my pets. So when I get the feeling that I need a bit of animal attention, a furry friend to cuddle, I don't really have to go far when I'm at home. I've got my cat Felix or my little dog Titch, and I can get my animal fix quite quickly. But here in Norway, it's not that easy. But whilst I'm on the road, I've been spotting some signs for a polar park, and that's probably going to be some sort of zoo. So hopefully they've got some animals of their own that I can, I don't know, snuggle up to. Don't let that name fool you. This polar park is more than just a green space with benches that you can wander around in. It's actually the world's northernmost zoo, and it's home to some of the animals that Norway's famous for, including a species that's both critically endangered and often thought of as the bad guy in history, the wolf. And this polar park is trying to improve the wolf's reputation. It's this part of the polar park where you can begin to learn about some of the animals that you're going to be meeting, especially the predators, the sort of animals that you wouldn't want to meet in the wild here in Norway. And there's one predator in particular that this park is famous for: wolves. Well, here we've got a selection of skins from the animals that you'll see around the park. We've got the lynx, the wolf, the bear, really big fur. And that's a wolverine on the end there. You might not have seen one of these before. But I'm hoping that the animals in the park are going to be looking a little more healthier than these ones. It's a big place, this park. It's going to take me around about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get around, and in order to really find out as much as I can about these animals, I've arranged for a guide to take me around and show me everything here. Okay, Ramona, these must be the lynx.
Yes,
I was reading that they're solitary animals, but there's two in a cage together here.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
No, it's the lynxes. They are solitary in the wild, but they are very good at adjusting to different environments. So these guys are, some sort of friends.
They look just like bigger versions of domestic cats, but huge paws. Yeah. Massive.
The paws is used like some sort of snowshoes to stay on top of the snow so they don't fall through. So it's actually quite smart.
I've been falling through snow in Norway. I can maybe do with a pair of them. So who is in charge? That one's quite bigger. It's Frost, is it?
Yeah, Frosty is not in charge. Shimmer, she's the one in charge, but she's also the one we call a little bit bitchy.
They look hungry?
Yeah, probably are.
Is now their lunchtime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's lunch.
So we'll leave them to get fed?
Yeah.
Look at these fellas in here. Wow, they're big. They're massive.
Yeah, they are.
They're hungry too, I think.
Oh, I think so.
Oranges are their favourite, are they?
Ah, they really like it. They can even peel it.
Peel it with probably about as much grace as I can peel an orange with. I find oranges quite difficult to get in, but these guys love them, do they?
Yeah, they do.
How much do they eat? So this big guy here eats a lot, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Truls can eat up to 40 kilos a day during the late summer.
And he's waving. Does that mean feed me?
Yeah.
He's doing that with his hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to him. So there's quite a big enclosure. I can see it stretches all the way back there. So it's almost like they're living in the forest.
Yeah.
And do bears sort of roam naturally around here?
Yeah, they do. In the mountains around us here, there are some bears.
Wow, okay. And I'm guessing that they're quite dangerous animals. You wouldn't want to come across one of them on a hike or anything like that?
No, I won't recommend it.
No. They like apples?
Yeah, hopefully.
There we go.
They do.
Oh, yes, apple. Hello, yes. It's making noise. You want some more?
My bread is the spoiled one.
There you go. He just sort of sits there and sort of all the food comes to him.
Yeah.
Very noisy bears. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a bit slippy up here. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
It really is slippy. I've been hearing them howling all the way through walking around the park.
Yeah, there's something they do. Do you want to howl with them?
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so first you have to take your thumbs up in the air like this. Then you put your thumbs under your chin.
Okay.
And then we make what we call in Norwegian a little lud.
A little lewd.
42.5 degrees up to the moon. And be careful not saying anything wrong now.
Okay.
Take a deep, deep tone.
What are they saying? Are they saying that was an awful howl, Jamie? Do it again.
No, they are saying, I'm hungry, come in.
Of course, it's all fun and games doing stuff like that, but you have to be very careful when you go to meet the wolves because they're still very wild animals, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. These guys are only socialized. They're used to having us visiting, but these guys are still wild. So there's many things we have to think about before heading into them, especially how you're dressed is one of the things. So you cannot have wool or anything on. Also, before you go in, you have to take off hats and gloves and stuff because these guys are excellent thieves.
And you don't want to do anything to scare them, do
No.
you? So nothing that is going to make them be fearful of you and then obviously want to attack.
No, no, no. Everything we do in is positive. So it's only positive things inside.
That's a little bit terrifying. Do
Yeah.
you still get a bit sort of nervous when you're going to go and meet the wolves?
No, but it's a good thing to have a little adrenaline. We're going to meet them, especially when you haven't met them, because these guys are still wild.
Wild, that's for sure. So I think I need to work myself up before I meet them. So let's take a minute and then hopefully I'll feel brave enough in a few moments, yeah?
Hopefully.
Is it too much?
Well, the wind is picking up, the snow is coming down, and there is no other place I'd want to be in an Arctic storm than here. This is Wolf Lodge. You can see the wolves running around in the Arctic temperatures. Well, Stig, the man who made all of this happen, is waiting inside for me. So the winds are picking up and it's getting a little bit stormy outside, but it's so peaceful in here, isn't it? It's really, really calm. So the way that these wolves have been brought up has been almost your life's work, hasn't it?
Yeah, sort of. It has been. Yeah, we've done this for 11 years now, so it's been a part of my life now. Yeah, it's
And
definitely.
did it take a lot of work to get the wolves to be how they are now? Because their history will tell you that wolves are very dangerous animals.
They are, and to be able for you meeting the wolves, it's a lot of hours work for us. And the thing is that we have to be with them 24/7. the first 4 months and a lot of hours after that, like training them for people coming and say hello, as we will do later on. We'll show you.
So it's really down to the individual person then, how stressed or calm they are. That'll decide how much or how little they see the wolves.
That's so true. More calm you are as a person, a better experience it will be, and a bonding between you and the wolf when you're inside.
And what's the experience when someone comes to visit here?
Well, the thing is that they will have a good experience with wolf coming really close up to them and spending time with them. And their way, the wolf way to say hello is by coming close up the face, licking the face. They also want to be inside the mouth, licking, cleaning your teeth, and they love when people do some wolf massage. Yeah.
So you've got to be brave with this, haven't you?
More and less, but how to say it? As long the people are follow our rules, what to do and not to do, everything will be fine. You don't have to be the bravest person in coming here.
I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. It's scaring me a little bit that it's so windy and stormy outside and they're wolves. Do you think the wolves will accept me?
I'm not sure if they will accept you as one of the pack, but they will accept you inside their territorium as long as you are a calm person. And of course, if you start running around, and they will hunt you down. But as long as you are calm, sitting still, and not pressure the wolf, they come up to you, and everything will be fine.
I think I am just about as relaxed as I'm ever going to be. So, what do you say we go and meet these wolves?
When you are ready, I'm ready.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Let's go. Kom så. That's good. Just continue. Hadde du handduken med, Anita? Skal bare komme her, du også. Just stay still. That's good. Ja, var så flink dere var, ja. Ja, var så godt. I was thinking if you're coming to me here now, and you just stay there, just a bit in. That's good. That's really good. We got 2 of them now. Is it too much? Should I take them away? This is Braga, the male leader.
Can I touch them?
Yeah, you can touch him. Just take your hand out and... Yeah, flink, Braga. You're so good.
Yeah.
Come on.
Braga.
And there is Marit, the female leader. Just make contact with her. That's good. Bare se litt action her nå. Litt henne. Oh.
Yes.
When they play and fight.
I need some warmth from wolves. I need a wolf.
They're a little bit hungry too now. They're waiting for the food, so it's like...
Yeah. What an experience. You know, honestly, I was terrified through that whole thing. I think I did a good job of hiding it across the day, but I was absolutely terrified about what was going to happen when I met those wolves. So Stig and Ramona did a great job throughout the day of telling me just how dangerous these animals were. So when it came time to meet them, the sort of fear really set in, and I was like, I'm really about to do this. But honestly, I'm so glad that I did. But when I walked into the enclosure, I understood just how big and powerful these animals are. You have to walk in with your hands here to stop them jumping up at you, but as soon as I walked in, they were up this high, taller than my hands were, right on top of my face, licking me from the get-go. And lots of licking took place, actually. I've swapped saliva with, I think, about 5 wolves in total. And I know if you're bitten by a wolf, you turn into a werewolf. So what happens when you French kiss a wolf? Or 5? I'm sure we'll find out soon. But today was a lot of firsts, as well as kissing wolves. I've seen animals that I've never seen before, even the moose. I've never seen a moose before. And that lodge, the Wolf Lodge, was absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty pricey if you want to stay there. It'll set you back around 25 grand per night. So if you can afford it, I mean, go for it. But today really was an incredible day. To have been so close to such a scary animal is something that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I don't think I'm going to forget this day anytime soon. Yep. Okay, all right, okay. Well, there's one thing that you must have to try when you come to Norway, and that is dog sledding. And the dog that's probably going to be pulling you along in your sled is one like this, a Alaskan Husky. And as you can see, a working dog's life is pretty simple. All they have is a pen full of other dogs like themselves and their own room where they're free to wee against, and enough straw to keep them warm through the cold, cold winters. Are you enjoying my glove there? Can I have it back, please? Thank you. Well, this little guy here who's trying to eat my gloves is George Clooney. That's his real name, probably because of how gorgeous he looks. But if you look around, not a lot of the dogs look like him. So I'm sorry, George, but your looks aren't that important in the Alaskan Husky dog world. They breed them more for their strengths, so their ability to run fast, endure long distances, and of course, stay warm in this cold weather. See you, George. Of course, dog sledding is a fun thing to do for tourists, but it's serious stuff here in Norway. For example, the Finnmark race is the 3rd longest dog sledding race in the world. It's 1,200 kilometers long. Now, a dog can't do that in a day. They can run about 200 kilometers in a single stretch, and to do that, they need a lot of food. They need around 11,000 calories, getting that from different meats and sausages and salmon. So that's pretty pricey. So if you're thinking of swapping your 4x4 for a dog sled, I wouldn't. It's going to cost you a lot more. Now, I'm going to be traveling nowhere near that distance when I go dog sledding, but the weather is starting to turn a little. I can see some snow beginning to come our way. So if I'm going to be doing any dog sledding, I need a lot warmer clothes. Yep. I tell you what, I've always wanted to give dog sledding a go, but I didn't think that I'd be driving the thing on my first ever attempt, but here I am. I thought I'd be in this passenger seat, but no, I'm behind the wheel, or sled you could say, and it's going all right. Woo! These dogs are so powerful. What I'm doing is having to keep putting my foot on the brake. But if I put one foot wrong, that's it, game over for me. My foot's gonna break. So to be honest, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm sort of getting into the swing of things. So turning to the right. Use the brake and turn to the right. Okay, I spoke too soon. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. Whoa. Okay, so I think that was my first big turn. Maybe not as successful as I thought I was going to take it, but there we go. It's a learning curve. Definitely a learning curve. Come on. I think this is really the way you've got to see the Arctic if you can. There's just no other experience like it. I'm standing here behind a sled with a team of huskies pulling me along. It's white everywhere, there's snow falling on my face. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced before. I feel very at home behind this dog sled here. It's almost like it was made for me. Let's go! Oh, stop! Stop! There we go. I'm at one with these dogs now. Didn't they work hard? They were absolutely fantastic out there. Bit noisy right now. Shh, it's my time to work now. Do you know, I was really nervous before doing dog sledding. It was one of the things on my bucket list that I was probably most scared about because it's just you, the dogs, and this white, open landscape. But after the first couple of moments, I really got into it quite well, and I think these huskies are built for this sort of stuff. They manage so well in the cold. They pull me with all of their strength, and we actually picked up a bit of speed too. But it's important to remember that these beautiful animals aren't just working dogs. They're lovely, lovely, lovely creatures who, after they've done a hard day's work, pulling people like me around in the snow, they just need a cuddle and a bit of love. Don't you? Don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I've ticked off my bucket list dog sledding, which is very important, and I'm slightly nervous about it. But I've also, I think, I found about 2, 4, 5 new best mates here, haven't I? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Oh, yes, you too. You too. Aww. Come here. Just watching out for yellow and also brown snow because these huskies really aren't shy. And if you're going to go dog sledding, it's going to be with a husky. Now, these animals are really built for the cold. They're comfortable in it. And each of these different dogs has their own special skill. For example, this one here likes to go fast. This one's very speedy. You can probably tell by the slight frame. And then up front, we've got this one here who can navigate through some very, very bad weather. This one's very good in storms and blizzards and that sort of thing. And this one here is the strong one. But it takes years of training to get these dogs up to scratch to be able to traverse this very difficult climate. But I think in our short time together, we got very close. So I'm very sad to say goodbye to these guys. But my journey around Norway has to continue. So, ha det! Bye!